I never thought I'd ever make it. I can't believe the hell I've been through. Couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know what to do. I've been through the rain, I've been through the fire. There was something that I never knew. I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Must be an angel on my shoulder who was right there all the time.
Must be an angel.
This world can be so cold and so heartless. It's hard to find your way alone. Used to run so fast, no one could catch me. I couldn't find my way back home. Well, I've laughed, I've cried, I've almost died, but my broken heart just never knew. I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Got to be an angel on my shoulder who was right there all the time. Everybody needs someone to cling to with an unchanging love. I finally found a hand to hold on to, a shelter to run to. Now I see he's watching over me. I've got an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Got to be an angel on my shoulder who was right there, right there, right there, right there all the time. Got to be an angel, an angel, an angel, an angel who was right there all the time.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome. Countdown is here. Today's Wednesday. You got 2 more days to get your tickets. And you know, Charlotte, you can call me at midnight whenever you want.
Anytime. Only for Charlotte you answer the phone at midnight.
I do. Well, she had a little challenge with getting the ticket in. But when you buy your tickets, if you buy more than one, it goes into the little cart. What they call that?
The cart.
That's what they call it, the cart.
Cart.
And you have to hit the cart to be able to buy them. So if you keep hitting that button, it's going to keep adding them up. Next thing you know, you sold 100 tickets. You bought 100 tickets, which is not a... If you're a scalper, give me a holler. Let me know.
Check it out, events.amp2.tv. The event is Friday night, the J.C. Dreesen concert from Hollywood to Broadway. No better way to bring it all together than at the Movies of Del Rey as she sings Broadway. It's kind of very serendipitous as it all flows together.
Whatever she said.
The serendipitousness of it all.
Now, the only thing that we're not doing that night is streaming it to the radio station. But, and there's a big but, we are going to prepare like we are. Because the object of the game is to be able to stream this, to put it on the radio, put it anywhere in the world live. That's going to be the next challenge.
And on Saturday, it gets open for pay-per-view, so you can get your tickets to that event also, and you can buy your tickets at events.amp2.tv, and there's a different link that we can post for the pay-per-view.
I told you the link.
I know.
JDTH@amp2.tv.
There you go.
I think.
What's the TH stand for?
I don't know.
I was just
You
wondering.
know, I tell you these things for a reason. I send it to you.
I know, and I have a picture of it also. I can look it up.
I know, I sent you the picture.
Check it out. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to the Midday Show. I don't even know how we got to today. If you were watching our morning show, then we had the Reinvented Life out of Amp Media Studios, and what a great part two it was with Pamela Chanel David from California, from the San Francisco Bay Area. An incredible show. Talk about a story of growth and resiliency. All right, this is JCTH@amp2.tv.
JCTH. JC Dreesen.
JC, and I don't know what the TH stands for, but it probably
TH.
makes sense to your son. JCTH@amp2.tv. That's why I don't see it, because it's someplace else.
JCTH dot. No. You know, you're doing it to me again.
.amp2.tv.
Yes. It's the same thing as when you buy the ticket, except it's JCTH, not
Instead of events.
events.amp2.tv.
All right, JCTH.amp2.tv. More to come on that. But anyway, check out today's show with Pamela Chanel David on the Reinvented Life. It's certainly a story of resiliency. This woman lost her beautiful daughter and what it's like for her going forward. She talks about soul journey. She's written books of what it's like, because maybe our souls only are supposed to cross in this lifetime for a certain period of time or not. A lot of interesting information.
Very
but still,
sensitive show. The lady was crying and everything.
it was a tough show, and it was an hour show. It was an extra long edition of The Reinvented Life, so I don't know how the crew got through that, but it was a tough one.
Now, I have to bring up yesterday's show for a minute. Because apparently,
Dawn?
people saw, yes, Dawn, saw Dawn the belly dancer. Even our guests saw Dawn the belly dancer. And Facebook decided to mute the sound.
I was wondering what they muted on that.
Because they're saying that somebody put a claim against it. So I went in to argue against it. And somebody had already argued against it. I don't know if it was you.
Nope.
So I was talking to our
Jay?
pencil artist, Jay, and he says, yeah, she was just dancing without no music. So pardon for the technical difficulties. There was music on there. We'll clear it up with Facebook when they say it's all cleared up, like we've done 100 times over.
Or we can always repost the YouTube link and see. But she was incredible, is all I can tell you.
And apparently there were 2 dancers that night.
At the
on
party?
I
Yes.
must have drank a lot. Because I don't remember 2 dancers.
The
I don't even
second
remember
one,
her.
the second dancer, Linda must have been drinking, and I know Linda doesn't drink, because then she thought it was me.
It
So
was
she
you.
looked at the second dancer, and then she looked back and she laughed. She goes, I thought that was you dancing. And I'm like, yeah, I knew that wasn't me.
Did you know that Dawn was a teacher?
I thought, yeah, teacher's better than belly dancer, although I'd like to learn.
I know her 12 years. I didn't know she was a teacher until she said it on the air the other day.
Although I'd like to learn belly dancing.
You're going to go on the weekend.
I think I am. No, I'm not going to teach it, but I would just like, they say it's good exercise anyway.
Yeah. You're going to go left, you're going to go right. They're gonna go right. You're gonna go left.
I got to tell you, it's quiet in
It's
here.
fun.
It's nice.
That's
It's been a busy morning, is all I can tell you. But a
It
lot
has
to
been,
do. A lot to do. Everything's getting ready for Friday night at the movies of Delray. So get your tickets, events.amp2.tv or jdth.events, not events, .amp2.tv.
Say that again.
jdth.amp2.tv. All right, and our newsletter is going to be going out, a special edition, news release, press release, and some information because on Monday we've got formerly known as Gypsy Kings, Gypsy Nation. It's going to be right here for a free concert. So check it out. You can come join the studio. It's going to be airing live on True Oldies at 8 o'clock. So I think concert starts around 7:30, 95.3 and 96.9 for all of your listening enjoyment. A lot of good stuff happening. And
I'm
it's
exhausted
summer.
just listening.
I'm exhausted just working it.
And I think we're gonna run up to the movie theater after
Okay.
the show for a couple of minutes and then come back.
Couple minutes. It takes 30 minutes to get there.
Couple plus 30.
We'll be back in 2 hours.
32 minutes. No, I can't. I have other things to do.
All right, I'm excited because it's been a minute, as they say, since we've seen Jay. And Jay Harmon has been a fantastic friend to the studio. Just like Michelle Lander said, old friends coming back again for the past
Well,
6
he
years.
never left.
No, but it's nice to have him back.
He just had some personal stuff he had to take care of, and teaching and some other the other growth stuff that he's done. And he brought a magic box over there, which we haven't seen. And I'm dying to ask him what is going on, Jay.
Yeah, well, I guess I've had a bit of a hiatus due to my wife's health, but I'm very happy to announce that her cancer is in complete remission. So that's a wonderful thing. She's still having, treatments for her blood and other things, and that will be going on for a while. But at least we've got rid of the big C.
It's amazing.
And so that's a great thing. And so now I am back to doing more art creation, and that's my passion. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm creating art that's a style that I've always loved, and I'm doing original work now. It was a style that was called Art Nouveau, which appeared in the early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s, and it was really, really big in France. And so what I'm calling my style now is Art Nouveau Redux, which means Art Nouveau revisited or remade, and that's what I'm doing now, because it's all it's that style, but it's all new pieces. So let me just
Let's see.
show you the first piece. This is my first piece. Nobody has seen it, and I'm going to show you this. There will be many more, hopefully, for this series. So
there's going to be a few thousand people that are going to share it on this piece.
All right, so here's the unveiling of the latest
Yeah,
rendition.
We have a drum roll, please. Now it's interesting because a lot of people come in here and they see Jay's artwork and they say, "That's pencil?" I mean, it looks like a picture,
Yeah, I
doesn't
know.
it?
He's so talented.
Looks like a camera took it. Boy, he likes building this out, don't he?
So
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
see that is my my latest piece, and like I said, the style is Art Nouveau, and I call it Art Nouveau Redux, and to keep with the French
That's
name,
beautiful.
and so I will be doing hopefully a big series of these, and if anybody is interested in commissioning something like this, I would love to create it for them.
Now, is this background from the French era?
Uh-huh.
France is what brought this to life?
Right. This is it was created back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and it was a very stylized type of art with a lot of you can see a lot of different things in it, very colorful, and the style is well, it's very different, but
It's very French.
It is. It is, and you know, everything that I'm going to be creating is going to be in this particular style. And if you've ever seen anything, they used to do illustrations like this back in the early 1900s. On they made posters. This was back about the time of Toulouse-Lautrec. You know, back about that time, they did a lot of poster work. And this was something that was even newer than the work that he did. This was an artist that created this was Alphonse Mucha, and he was a Czechoslovakian artist who went to France and created a lot of pictures like this. And this was the.
And what is the name of this work?
Well, this is my. I'm going to call this my flower lady, just for lack of anything else, because I can call it like this. But these things I can make. I plan to make different pictures like this in many different styles. I mean, this style, but many different pictures with the ladies. I'm going to.
Is this a lady that you know? A picture that you've seen?
It's
Where
kind
did
of
you come
based
up with it?
on, you know, on people. It's a little bit, you know, it's funny because I kind of, when I was creating the face, I kind of had Kendra in mind a little bit when I was.
And Kendra again. She's like some kind of goddess.
She's
to
like a
all these
muse.
You know,
sheep.
I know.
But she's very, you know, very much.
Kendra-ish. Why don't you call it Kendra?
I can call it Kendra. You know, I can even make one that's more Kendra with the red hair and everything. You know, so I'm, you know, I can do that too. I can make it.
You
You
can
know,
make anybody back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's interesting.
And
So
I
you're
can
somebody
make
today.
anybody look, or Dawn. I can do a Dawn
Dawn is
picture.
definitely back from the day. She was a teacher.
Back, you know, back then. So this is what I plan to do: is do this style, but do people, and they can have their likeness put on
I
to
like that.
this style. And this is what I
like
plan to
that.
do. I'm going to be doing many of these, and it can be done in, you know, any ethnicity, anything like this. I would be more than happy to create something like this if somebody would like to have their likeness created in this style, or just this style with, you know, because I was just speaking here, and I'm going to do one in a flamenco style,
Oh, that's cool.
which I think would you know, would be very different with the, you know, with the flowers and everything. It would all fit into this. So this is my new thing, and
I
it's
like
all
that.
original work. So
Everybody wants to be a flamingo.
Flamenco.
flamenco.
Dancer.
Flamingo?
Flamenco.
Flamenco? Flamingo.
Flamenco.
No,
See,
people
but that's
wanna be
where
a
AI
flamingo.
doesn't work, right? And that's how you understand why the creative arts have a hard time with AI, because AI is great for editing or great for maybe researching. But when it comes down to the creatives, if you put AI to draw this picture, then it loses the human touch, it loses the feel, it loses who you
It
wanted
does.
it to look like.
It does. This is, you know, this is all. You know, it can be done AI, but it has to be created by a person.
Has no soul.
Yeah.
AI has no soul.
I'm what gives it the soul. You know, that's what I think. Anything like this can be done, but I put the soul into it.
I like the way you're taking people present day and you're putting them in that era. Mm-hmm. I think that is really cool.
Because it was such a beautiful era. You know, it was such a nice time.
That's what I think it looks
that's
like.
what I'm going to be doing.
A little bit, yeah. Like
Right?
Sally.
I think it looks a little bit like Sally.
Oh yeah.
I'll send you
does.
the picture.
We
You
could
always
call
have
it
a way
Sally.
of doing that.
Kendra be the redheaded one, Sally be this one.
Sure.
It looks just like her.
Sure,
I'll never
Right?
forget. I'll never forget the story when he brought in that piece of the girl wearing the cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm.
And Dawn is looking at it and says, "What's the matter?" And she had a picture, and you brought in a picture.
Mm-hmm.
And he had never seen the picture, and it was a duplicate of what he drew.
Almost,
I
yeah.
know.
And
It was kinda crazy.
90%, 95% the same.
That was
was
that
like-
was very
That was
you
very
know,
creepy.
very coincidental.
That was
you
very
know,
scary,
and,
very scary,
And I will
piece.
be doing probably some like this with the you know, with the Western motif, with the cowgirl kind of thing, and you know, so it's
I love the flower motif. I love the femininity of it,
Uh-huh.
the flow of it, the feel of it. Because there's something about a woman and her femininity. It was like we
Right.
talked about yesterday, and women coming together.
and it
It's
all,
just-
you know, and you can see it all flows together, and it all has, you know, flowers, colors, and very, you know, it's very feminine, but very, I think,
It's like an Art Deco. It used to do
Art
when we met
Deco.
you,
This
you
was
had
just
that
before
feel.
Art Deco. This style came out.
And for the men, you could put us in armor. You could put us with swords. You
Oh,
could
sure.
put us-
I even intend to do some with.
'Cause I don't want no
I could do
flowers.
this with a cat. You know, I could put a cat in there.
Again, for the girls. For guys, want bulldogs. We want.
Or dogs, yeah.
We
but,
want,
you know, I think a cat
swords.
would fit. Would fit in there.
But I kind of dig that whole feel of yesterday, because you know I like throwbacks anyway. But this is bringing it to a whole different level. I think it's very cool. Very cool.
So there's so many ideas that I have. You know, I've got hundreds of ideas and different things I'm going to start. This is number one, numero uno.
Number one.
So
Followed by
you know,
numero dos.
How long did that
So
take you to draw?
and numero dos will be here shortly.
How long did that one take you?
This one took me probably about 2.5 weeks.
It's beautiful.
You know, we have this event on
August 10th.
August 10th. Maybe we bring in the Renaissance man or something. We label it, and we talk about the French deal.
Jay's
Maybe,
definitely going to be part of that event.
maybe we take some pictures. We have to come. We have to show what that era is all about with your art, and maybe you
That's what I want to do, what I'd like to do, because I think that's such a beautiful era. And no one that I have met, and I've met a lot of artists, but no one that I have met is really doing
not at all.
this. But it was,
If you draw a blank face and say this could be you,
this could be you.
I
You
kind of
know,
like
and that's
that.
that
is
a
really
great thing.
cool.
I could put it, or if someone has an idea of something and someone they would like to have in there, or just a style of someone. I don't care who they'd want. I mean, just, you know, whoever your idea is, I can create that.
You know, it's funny, Jay, because sometimes in our business, when you make something look spectacular but yet easy, people say, I don't believe that. That was AI, that was something other. They don't have the belief
Yeah.
that something so beautiful could be done so simple. And that's why we take them into Studio B and we let them sit there so that they can look at the works. Because when you start looking at pieces like that or the one that he has there,
Yeah.
you start saying to yourself, come on, there's no way in the world that he did that so easily. Who does pencil work that looks like that? And it's amazing.
And and by the way, if nobody had said this before, as a color pencil artist, this is all done in color pencil.
Of course it
So
is.
yeah, but I just wanted to make.
It's not paint.
Yeah, it's not painted. It's not anything. It's colored pencil.
It's remarkable is what it is. They're going to love it. And if we're going to do this whole deal on the 10th.
So
August 10th
you
at
know, I
Sunscape.
kind of hope to start a new trend with this style of art. So
I like it. I like it.
Old is new again.
all old is new again. That's why I call it art nouveau. Nouveau means new. Redux means again.
Nouveau
So it's
Redux.
new art again.
I love
and,
it.
If you got rid of your Converse, shame on you because they're coming back.
And come into the studio and check out Jay's new line and everything else he's created. That's right here at AMP Media Studios.
Do you think we're going to do an art invite to bring all the artists in and maybe do a day of art in here and have the public come?
Sure, why not?
See, if you have the Gypsy Kings playing and you do that, I'm pretty sure you'll have tons of people come in here.
Why not? I think we've got a lot of events, especially since it's summer, so I think we're doing pretty good.
And it's interesting you say the word why not, because we have a friend here who does wines as well. We're going to be talking about that in a minute.
All right, so let's take a
Because
commercial
you know
break.
what goes well with art? A glass of wine,
Always.
always.
All right, it's more to come. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Get your tickets for the J.C. Dreesen concert at events.amp2.tv, or if you're not in Florida, jdth.amp2.tv. How come I'm always with the tongue twisters?
Because you say them. I say just look on the JC site, you'll see them.
jcth.amp2.tv. More to come on the other side of this commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Melberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Melberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we're back. Ready to talk some wine?
We're going to be talking a few things. Ada's going to be doing something at Black Box tonight, so get your pen and your paper to come out and support. She's going to be... Now, I don't really know what the hell she's doing, so we're going to sort of figure it out because she's going to let us know. But welcome, Ada Vargas.
Ada Vargas is with us.
Hello, guys. How's everybody doing?
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. Well, I guess I'm not a familiar face. I've been here before. I don't know if you guys remember, I did like a little show here a couple of years ago. However, I'm back.
She's late.
I'm back, you know what I mean? And hopefully we're staying for good. What would you like to ask me? Let's start.
First of all, you didn't go anywhere. You just been circulating because you went down to Miami Swim Week.
Yes.
You went down there, you represented, and the nice thing you did about that is that you included everybody
Absolutely.
in that video. I mean, we
Yeah.
have freaking
We have a lot of
mounds
videos.
video on her. And everywhere she goes, like she invited us to a meeting of 16 people.
Yes.
And our next guest also was
We went to a
at
meeting
this
for
thing.
2 and ended up being 16, but it was a great event.
Great event. And not only that, but she brought some wine. So we had some wine tasting as well. So we're going to get a little bit updated. So let's start with the wine, and then we'll talk about tonight's event.
Perfect. Well, the wine is my new line that is coming out from Sicily. It's actually Luna Blanca and Luna Rosa. I'm the main, what's it called? The main person. I'm going to bring it over to the United States. My partner is enologo. He's actually a younger entrepreneur. His name is Melume. He's also a singer. So not only that we're going to work with the wine line, we're also going to produce music together. We're going to dance together and all of that. So you know that I'm an entertainer as well as an entrepreneur. So part of that is this wine. So I would like to bring it into the United States. That wine tasting that we did, it was a hit. Everybody liked it. Do you guys like it?
I thought it was fantastic.
I like the red.
Wasn't it? But everybody likes a lot
The
of people
red.
like the red, some like the white. Preferably, I like the white a lot because it's more like a Prosecco, more like a Floridian.
Yes, it's got a little bit of like a sparkling to it.
Yes, exactly. It's very fruity, it's crisp, it's fun. It represents who I am. You know how I'm like a little
Flirty,
butterfly.
crisp, and fun.
It's like a little butterfly. And I thank everybody for coming to the wine tasting that day. So I thank Mr. B for actually putting it together for me. And I'm so happy with the support they have had. I already have people already trying to be in business with me. But it's going to be seen soon here in the U.S. and every shelf in America and in the United States and all over the place. So
Now
I'm
he
excited.
does Prosecco as well, you told me?
Yes, absolutely. We're going to have a line of Proseccos coming after Luna Blanca and Roja, but we need to see how people takes these two products first before we can bring another product along the way. Unless we could do it just for you. I would like to do it just for you.
Just a line of Prosecco.
Well, I would like to do an art and wine deal. Because what happens is when you start doing wine tasting to people,
Yes.
a lot of people come and they just want to drink the wine. They
Right.
don't care if it's gasoline in the glass. And
Yes.
it sort of defeats the purpose of doing it. But
Correct.
art and wine is art.
Yes.
And there's a right way of drinking and there's a wrong way of drinking it. And it looks like everything is a whole lot better when you're drinking some wine.
Everything's a whole lot better.
Absolutely. Gives you cheers. In fact, the Bible says that the wine cheers your heart. Not too much though. We got to keep it balanced. But just a little bit of wine here and there doesn't kill.
And we want to go up to JoJo's place and introduce the wine up there as well. JoJo met with 6 restaurants. I guess when we went up there, we told her to go out and spread her wings on people. So
She
there are
did.
6 other restaurants that have bars and everything else. And they want to join in on this stuff as well. So the wine has its own future.
Yes.
The object of the game here is how you mix and match to make it usable for entertainment, places. The Movies of Del Rey, we're going to talk to them as well because they do have a wine license there. And of course, in Florida, you need a license to distribute this for money, to sell it.
Right.
So I talked to them a little bit on this as well. But the wine sells itself. So if they like it and it's a hit, you move on.
Delicious. Delicious.
Tell me
And-
what's special about this wine, because everyone says, another bottle of wine.
Another bottle.
Tell me what's
No,
special
it
about
is-
this one.
It is special, first of all, because of where it comes from. The region they come from. Most likely people think that the best wines are from France or are from, let's say, Napa Valley. But surprisingly, I didn't like any Italian wine, to be honest with you. I don't like the Chiantis. I'm very picky with my wine. So in order for me to say that this one is good, it's because it's good. It's very crispy. From the region, it's in Sicily, which most likely what is the well-known is for the olive oil. So that's another project that it may be here, that it may coming soon, because not only that I'm bringing the wine, I may come with the olive oil directly from Sicily, guys. I'm
No,
gonna
there's not olive oil in the wine.
No, at all.
There is a coffee out there made with olive oil. So I was just going to say, no.
No.
Okay.
No, it's just a different product, a different line that I may bring, because my producer in Italy, he also has olive oil. He also produces his own olive oil. So the ground there is it's good for that, and you can actually do the research that in Sicily is supposed to be the best olive oil. So for my surprise, I could say it's also the best wine because Luna Blanca, Luna Rosa, it's off the charts, guys. So I would definitely like to do a wine tasting with the art over here for you guys to taste it. I invite all of you to join us. I'm calling out also for distributor local here. If you want to join in this project, we're more than welcome to. Calling out the people that I know, Mr. B and all these people. You guys tasted it, so we just need your support.
Now, the other thing is, I heard because of the heat that is going on in Italy, it is threatening the wine industry and the Prosecco in France.
They're going to turn into raisins.
No, it's too hot.
That's what I'm saying.
It looks like it's going to damage a lot
Of the crops.
of the crops up in northern Italy. Apparently, Sicily is not affected as much as what's happening in France and Italy right now. So this might be, everything in life is about timing.
There
so.
you go. It's an opportunity, and I know that mine, it won't because God always got me covered. When He gives you something, He will provide a way. So I'm not afraid of taking this opportunity because if He gives, when He guides, He provides.
True that.
Where in Italy is he?
In Sicily.
In Sicily.
Part of Sicily. A small region of Sicily. I don't know exactly the name. I can research on that. I mean, He have given to me multiple times.
Well, then we need to interview him.
Absolutely. I'm going to bring him over.
We're
Yes.
going to do a show with
We're
that.
planning to do that because he's also a great singer. He's the most Dominican Italian that there is. He speaks Spanish.
So wait a minute.
Is he in Dominican?
Hold
Or
it.
is
No,
he in
I have a
Sicily?
He's
surprise.
Dominican and lives in Sicily?
He's full Italian.
But he lives in Dominican.
He lives in Italy. But
Yes.
this is how the funny thing is that we got connected on social media because he have been married to a Dominican girl, and he likes to dance bachata. He wanted me to to do a performance with him for his
So he
music.
dances bachata, so that don't mean he's Dominican.
He sings.
He
He's a
sings
singer.
Spanish?
He sings Spanish. Yeah,
And
full
Italian.
Spanish. In Italian, yeah.
Well, you know what comes from Sicily is olive oil and mobsters.
And wine. And wine.
I
now.
never knew that part.
And
I know the
wine.
other two, but never knew the wine.
And good food.
Yeah.
Are you the only U.S. distributor of the wine
The
right
only
now?
one. You would never find this one anywhere else. You can Google it. You can try to find it. We are the only one that represented the wine.
You have
Now,
any
is
wine
it
with you?
is it in production?
It is in production already, yes. I'm just looking
You
for...
have any here?
I have here a couple of bottles in my house, yes, that I can actually share with you guys.
We
bring it to wine
we
taste.
need to call him because we're going to need it for different places.
try it Friday night?
Absolutely. Yes, we can do that.
I was thinking about, I don't think there's going to be enough to do a wine tasting on Friday because there's going to be too many people.
Yes, no, it's not going to be enough for Friday,
But
but
maybe
we
the
can plan
Gypsy
it.
Kings, we could
On
talk
Monday
about
night?
that on Monday.
Yeah, I
night.
can bring what I have for the Gypsy King, absolutely.
But we'll talk about it because I would like to get him involved as to what we're doing and the reason we're asking him for the product is we're not drinking it.
No, exactly.
We're trying to distribute it in all the right places.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so now that we got that out of the way, and you have the producers all crazy here because tonight you're going to be doing something at the Black Box. Tell us a little bit about what's going on tonight.
Well, I'm going to do tonight what I know how to do best, which is, you guys know what it is, which is dancing. Can I stand up for a minute?
No, sit down and
No,
tell us what we're
please.
doing. No, we're doing it at the end.
Come on. All right.
the
But
end.
anyway, so yes, I'm going to be doing a performance tonight with a Dominican wrestler. He's also Dominicano. And we're going to do a performance I'm going to do performance at the ring. So we're going to do an entrance just like The Rock.
What's his name?
His
The
name is
wrestler.
Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha Charlie.
Cha-Cha Charlie.
Cha-Cha Charlie,
Cha-Cha.
yes. We have our own dance. It's going to be a well-known bachata song. It's going to be a surprise. And he's very recognized in Dominican Republic because he's a nephew of one of the major wrestlers over there at Dominican Republic. It was called Los Broncos. They were team brothers. They actually wore a mask. So he is the nephew of them. So you can see that wrestling is in his blood. So when we came together, I'm like, are you kidding me? You are the nephew of the Broncos? And and he invited me to come to his show. Like, I'm amazed. It's going to be wild.
What's the show? Is he wrestling tonight?
He's wrestling, but we dancing first. We're doing the main entrance, and then he's going to wrestle.
Where are
He's
they
wrestling
putting
at
a
the
rink?
Black Box.
It's going to be at the Black Box.
They're putting
over
a
here in
rink in the
Glades.
Black Box?
Yes.
It's there already. I saw the
Yeah.
pictures.
Really?
Yeah. It's going to be fun. Among other, of course, superstar wrestlers, we're going to be performing tonight. So don't miss out on that, guys. 6 o'clock. If you haven't bought your ticket, I don't think you have enough time, but you could try. You can walk in. 6 p.m. today. It's going to be at Boca Block Box. Don't miss out. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be wearing a Dominican costume, jingling, a lot of dancing, a lot of giggles, a lot of fun. So come enjoy the show.
Josh, you're going?
Josh is going, maybe Nikki. Is she going? Yep.
Yes,
Okay, you
yes,
got two
yes, yes,
people
yes.
going with you. Now, the funny thing is, you know what a cha-cha is?
Yes.
It's a dance, right? So this guy's name is Cha-Cha. This guy is huge, first of all.
Yes, absolutely.
So I wouldn't mess around with calling him
No,
Cha-Cha
I
too
know.
much.
If you have any problems, I'll bring Cha-Cha.
Unbelievable. Now, there's going to be a number of wrestlers, right? It's
Yes.
him against him and some other people against some other people? It's
Correct.
like 6
It's-
wrestlers?
Yeah, it's going to be at least 10 or 15 couples that are going to be wrestling. So
15 in a ring?
No, not at the same time, but one,
So they're
At a
going to be
time,
wrestling
one at a
on. You
time.
got to take pictures of this. This
Oh,
is
we're gonna have a lot of fun,
unbelievable.
yes.
How long do they wrestle for? How long is it called? A match? A meet?
It's a match, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to be there till the end because, we need to do meet and greet and sign an autograph. But my performance is a sex. So whoever wants to see us coming out and dance and doing the show and shake our hands and sign their autograph, please try to be there at least 5:45, 6 o'clock. And then after, we're going to stay a little bit longer to mingle with the public, with the people, with the crowd.
Tell them the next time we want to be the ring, the guys that scorecards.
Okay.
So that who
No
wins,
worries.
who loses. You get in, you get to sit ringside, and you don't really do
Well,
anything.
I'll hook you up. Just come and join us. You never know.
15 wrestlers.
Could be, yes. Yeah, I actually send the flyers. You guys have it. Freddie, you guys have the
got
flyer.
it.
Let's see if we
You
got
all
it.
more than welcome to come.
It's more than 5, I can tell you that.
This is going to be the hat I'm going to be wearing. I just giving you a sneak peek of my
outfit.
costume tonight.
She
yeah,
tells me
this is-
she's a cowboy in that outfit.
Well, I lived on a farm, and I ain't never seen cows like that, but thank
You
you very much.
ever seen your dad looking like that?
Not at all.
No.
Well, this is a campesina look. Almost, this hat is like
Campesina
a
look.
campesina look. Yes.
From the Dominican Republic.
Yes, exactly.
Because in
'Cause we
Puerto
both
Rico,
from
they don't have nothing like you.
Farmer Ada is all I can tell you.
Get her a straw to bite on. I don't think so.
Oh
Do
my
we have
God.
the flyer, you guys?
Do we have the flyer? I don't think we have a flyer.
Yeah, I gave the flyer
Did
to
They might
the
have
team,
it.
yes.
It's a lot of fun at the Black Box. I'm pretty sure it's sold out. You could try to get your tickets.
Yes, it's probably too late by now, but hey, like I said, you could try to walk in, and I'm sure that if it's still available, it's still available. If not, next time you will see me anyway, because we are planning to do something fun here with the Latin community, which I'm very excited. I don't know if you guys want to talk about before I dig in.
Yes, let's talk about the upcoming thing that we're talking about, the Latin Fuego. What is it?
Let's talk about the thing. What is the thing we're talking
Fuego
about?
What was the name?
Latino,
Share what
Fuego,
we're doing.
Fuego Latino Live,
Fuego
guys.
Latino.
Fuego Latino Live.
Listen, I do
Please, what are
27
we
of
doing?
these
Let
a
me know what
day.
we're doing.
Fuego Latino Live.
Fuego Latino Live with Ada Vargas. So the concept is that whatever these people send me, whatever we're going to be dancing, bringing entertaining, and be an inspiration for this Latin community that we have so much to offer, but some of us keep each other on a box, right? Because we have these language barriers. I don't speak well. But guys, you have what it takes. If you're already here in this country and you have come here to work, just come out. I want to be an inspiration to you. I came following the American dream. I never thought I was going to make it because of all these insecurities. However, I'm here. I'm here, and if I made it, you can make it. So I want to be an inspiration for Latin community. I want you to show your talents. I want to be able to help you out also to find services, local services in the Spanish community, like immigrations. If you have a problem that you need an attorney, we would like to bring all the services here on the show that you know where to go. If you have a question, if you need prayer, anything you can think of, we would love to give you in the show. It's going to be entertainment. It's going to be fun. It's going to be faith. It's going to be live from red carpet. It's going to be with Dawn somewhere. We're going to do something in a winery in Miami. Whatever the Lord leads, this is where we're going to go. In Spanish and English.
Jay, what do you think about reaching out to Johnny?
He's working.
Definitely like to get in touch with Peter about doing this at the Schnebley Redlands Winery in Homestead. So that would be something that
That's a beautiful place down there.
and they would love to have the entertainment and everything there.
That'd be a
know,
fun shoot to do.
Yes.
I know it's a trip, like going to JoJo's for the day, but
No, that deal, the way it's set up, he has a backyard and it holds, I think, 5,000 people. It's
Oh, yeah.
tremendous. And
Oh,
they got
yeah.
a stage and
I mean,
everything else.
it's,
That's
it's
the
all
big boy.
very lavish and waterfalls and
Fun.
that-
That's
very
hey,
nice.
that's my
It's
lingo.
beautiful. It's
It's
Gonna
a
be dancing
winery.
there.
It's
Cool.
beautiful. Now, what I was thinking in my mind is that we have Les Sorrell, who's agreed to let us do the
dating game?
dating game. So I was thinking of doing the dating game is for Spanish-speaking people.
Oh, qué chulo, qué bueno.
And I got to tell you, because there was a show called Sábado Gigante. Remember Sábado Gigante?
Sí, Sábado Gigante, huh? Muy
And it
famoso.
ran for 40 years.
Yep.
This guy, he had 17 shows in Spanish and all from South America. And he had a segment that I used to watch, and it's the new dating game, but in Spanish, Latino community, which I think that it would fit in very nicely because, you know, Florida is turning 80% Spanish.
Sí.
And what's beginning to happen is Latinos also want to be included in the dating game. So we got to come up with a whole deal with this thing, and she would be hilarious because she's out there to begin with.
I'm like a little butterfly. That's what he says. I can't really be restrained in just like one space alone. That's what the concept of Facebook like the show live somewhere. It excites me
You have
I like-
pictures from Swim Week?
for Fashion Week. I do have a lot of I have
She has a ton of
pictures.
stuff.
Teddy, we'll get you pictures.
Yes, we do have. In fact, I have videos of what we did over there. It was amazing. I had an amazing experience. So should I give my Instagram so you could see it, or just
Sure.
pictures? Yeah. All right, one second. Let me pull up here.
What I want to do is I want to call out to people who have restaurants and want to serve
Yes.
and maybe have the show
Yes.
for the Latino dating game. How do you say dating game? The new dating game in Spanish.
Oh, in fact, I already have some people that owns restaurants. Like 111 is one of them that I can actually talk
That's
to
right, we
them.
talked
He will be thrilled that I would do the show over there. So it's Serena. So I'm calling you guys out now because you have offered your space for me to go over there. So if you're ready, we are ready.
And we're going to need some people looking for love.
You looking for love?
Latino.
In all the wrong places.
No, I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for people that are looking. Dating people. Are you dating? Are you dating? Yeah. You are dating? Okay. You can do
I
some
have
more.
the video here for the fashion week. I don't know how we can actually put it from my phone.
We'll have to get some. We'll have them check it out and put it out in our newsletter.
All right, no worries. But yeah, it was really fun, and these are the things that I would like to do. Part of the show is like if you have a red carpet and Delray, you want me to interview someone, either English or Spanish, I can also bring my Spanish speakers to come over, and we would interview them right there on the spot of the red carpet. Anyone that would like to be involved in the community, that would like to help us out as well, that has a story that inspired others, I would like to invite to the show. I love happy endings and inspirational story as well, and to share what the Lord have done for me. So,
Maybe we'll bring Mark Anthony to come in and do a cameo.
oh, we never know. Maybe J-Lo. I call J-Lo my cousin, you know what I mean? She's like one of the people that I'm like, you know what? If I could be a famous person one day, I would like to be like J-Lo.
Do you remember the show Tow Truck? Tow Truck in Miami? Miami Tow?
Yes.
No,
Remember the show Miami Tow?
Yes.
That was a J-Lo production.
Oh, wow.
She
Pretty
bought
cool.
it for $10,000 and she produced it in South America and it went whoop. And she brought it to Miami and people were laughing at her. And she gave it to a tow company and that was the #1 show in Florida for 3 years, 4 years running.
There you go. You see,
And you
she's,
never know.
She is a multitasker, entrepreneur. She got her hands on everything, and I love that about her. People said that she couldn't sing. She proved that she did. People said that she couldn't act. Look at her now. She has clothing lines, like skincare, sing, dance, and does everything. So I do believe that we have the power to do that. If God gives us a gift, why not to use it for His glory? So that's what I'm planning to do, God willing, of course. Him first, Jesus first always. He's my guide. He is my Lord.
Jenny on the block, East Tremont. Watch out now.
This is Ada Vargas on the block. You know what I mean?
Vargas, more to come.
She's Vargas is on the new block.
AV
Ada
on the
Vargas,
block.
New block. New kid on the block.
New kid on the block.
You never know.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. More to come. Got to see where Mark is if he's
Thank
coming
you.
over. Text him? No.
No.
Let me text him and see what's happening. We come back, we're going to talk about some real estate, see what else is happening over here at, God bless you, at Media Productions. We'll be right back.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Welcome to a new way to watch your favorite shows. Only at www.amp2.tv/Roku. It's a place filled with music, podcasts, news, and more. Come join us.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
If you have diabetes, would you like to eliminate painful finger sticks? Are you injecting insulin multiple times per day? Then you may qualify for a continuous glucose monitor. CGMs monitor blood sugar using a small patch placed on your upper arm or abdomen, and they use your smartphone to accurately monitor your blood sugar levels. Stop pricking and start scanning. Plus, CGMs are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. They can be shipped free of charge to your door. Call today to see if you qualify.
Todo Bello Balloons is a business that was born out of a passion for creating unique and beautiful balloon designs, including balloon bouquets, balloon arches, balloon columns, and more. We specialize in creating unique and beautiful balloon designs that bring your dreams into reality. We believe that balloons have the power to bring people together and create lasting memories, and we are honored to be part of that experience. Contact us and we will bring happiness to your celebrations with our balloons.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. Don't be so blue, just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, and when those blue memories start calling, you'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white. But how blue, blue, blue Christmas. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same if you're not here with me. I'll have a blue Christmas, that's certain. And when those blue heartaches start hurting, you'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white. But how blue, 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 blue Christmas.
We got a photo for you, by the way.
Ah, let's see. We got a photo? Let's see. Well, apparently
Let's
they have
see
a new
the
photo
picture.
for us.
What's the
I
photo?
gotta move this because I can't even see you in that thing behind me.
What are you talking about?
You're like peeking out over the milkshake.
You're going to drop it.
I know, Josh. Can you grab this for me? 'Cause I'm gonna drop the whole easel.
What is that?
That's the first look of Aaron Rodgers in his new jersey.
Ay, really?
That's the first look.
It reminds me, my son calls me every morning about this. He's madly in love with this guy.
Yeah.
Madly in love.
Enjoy. Have fun tonight. Yes, we connect. We got you.
I got a jersey of his that I had to
You
bring
do?
in here. Yeah.
Why does Freddie like him?
Freddie bought me a jersey. Oh, there's all this hoopla.
But why does Freddie like him?
Because he's a Jets fan and he thinks that they're going to win. They're going to make the playoffs this year. And I made a prediction. We're going to go 4-12.
That's not very good.
It's not going to be that bad.
The
4-12 isn't very even. I know that much.
The first 6 games are murderer's row. They have the hardest schedule in the NFL this year.
The Eagles do, or the Dolphins do, technically.
Well, not from what I read.
Dolphins have a hard schedule? Wow.
Now, also, Comcast called us. We are going to be offering ESPN packages right through here.
When's he coming in?
He went away this week. He'll be back next week. So
Very
Comcast
nice.
in the house.
Very cool. All right, Josh is joining us on set. We got some new producers in the house. Grace, you enjoying this? Sure. She's like,
Where are you gonna put it?
where you? I know. I said, are you enjoying so far being here?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Very different than anything I've
Yeah, it's a little.
Oh, you
Kinda
ain't
what-
seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet.
There you go. Nice job, Casey. So when you went home, did you tell your mom and dad what happened with Sally?
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was funny. They were all like, "Whoa, that was so crazy." But still trying to figure out what it meant. But
You're the one that goes and
Lives on a Christmas
seclusion
tree
with
farm.
the Christmas tree farm. Are you
Yeah,
gonna see
that's
Santa
me.
Claus?
will I see Santa Claus? I don't know. He's never shown up at my Christmas tree farm, but we'll see. Or like,
We could do a whole Hallmark movie there. We're going to call it an AMP2 TV movie at the Christmas tree farm where there's snowing and there's hot chocolate and it's all love and romance and wine and then everyone falls in love and, you know, they do what they do. The magic of
we
Christmas.
You
I
have-
think that'd be a good idea.
See?
You have to stop drinking the go-go juice because obviously you've lost your mind.
Come on, isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah. Everyone loves a good Hallmark movie. They just make you feel good.
Exactly, and you live right there.
I know.
And
I
you
have-
protect the trees? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
How many trees are there?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. There's a lot. We like have multiple numbers every year, just depending on like air quality and stuff. So it always changes, and have to like get rid of some and then plant more. So it's always changing.
So this is
You plant the trees too?
a pine
Sometimes.
tree farm
Mhm.
that's protected by the U.S. government.
Yeah.
And you guys babysit it, so that nobody
Basically, yeah.
comes around and chops it down.
Yeah, basically.
So do you go like on horses and travel around this acreage?
Not really horses. It's like four-wheelers.
Really?
Or
You
like
have four-wheelers? Can we go to, we call it a farm for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Can we go four-wheel up there?
Absolutely.
You ever gone four-wheeling? Yeah. I used to do it in Ocala.
How many acres you have?
40, 50, something around there.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of
trees.
That's a whole lot of four-wheeling.
It smells amazing though.
Oh yeah, especially when it snows. It's crazy.
And you came to Florida, why?
For school, to go to FAU.
Can you imagine leaving that to go to FAU?
I know.
I guess you've got the beach.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely like one extreme to the other.
That is so fun.
And this is like in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, basically.
Is there a place that will rent four-wheelers out there?
They have them.
I don't know.
Let's look it up. Let's find out.
You're going to
because-
go in a four-wheeler?
Oh my God, I used
You'll
to
do
it.
that, but won't let me go skydiving?
Oh, what are you talking about? One is up there where you can't control, and the four-wheeler is like fun.
We're going to see Freddie on a four-wheeler.
I went to Hawaii where they did Jurassic Park in Hawaii, and you rent the four-wheels, and there was like 50 of us. And they took us all over the mountain, you know, the little mountain shot
Yeah.
they do. Oh my God, it's the best time. They do it
can
in
imagine.
Ocala, you can rent four-wheelers.
When it snows, we'll hook like a sled up to the back of the four-wheeler and just like pull the sled around in the snow.
Winter break trip.
This could be fun.
Always
Ask
welcome.
Mom and Dad if we can go up there and rent some
You're
four-wheelers.
outside of what, Virginia, Maryland?
Maryland, yeah.
But she's in the middle of nowhere. 50 acres is a lot of acres.
That's amazing. And
Lot
it's
of-
protected, which means people have come in and said, you can't have this land. We have to protect it.
Basically, yeah.
How cool is that? See, we talked
could,
about
we
it this
could do
morning.
the patrol.
The patrol.
We'll be the
How did
patrol.
your parents get involved doing this?
It just kind of like came up. Like they just found the house. That we've had it for like a long time, like before I was born. So they just found the house and they were like, "You can't touch the trees," and they were like, "Deal." And then they were just like, "Just watch them, make sure nothing happens to them." There's
So
no
did
fires
they
or
get
anything.
paid
They're
for
like,
doing
"Okay."
this?
I think so, yeah.
What a job.
Imagine.
Jay,
Like
imagine
not
you.
full time, but
Imagine
not
you
really.
drawing up there, doing your thing with all these trees. You'll be like Hemingway. It would be.
Imagine finding a house and saying, just don't touch the trees. Just make sure they're protected.
yeah,
What a deal is that?
yeah. They're just like, just make sure they don't burn down, and it's like, okay,
Amazing.
we can do that.
It's pretty cool.
I think we have to do road trip.
How far are you
Go
from
for
D.C.?
Like an hour and a half.
No, not bad.
You know, we could take the train up. The
auto
with the
train?
car, the auto train, and that way you have a car to get to where we are. Because I'm pretty sure they live in the middle of nowhere. You gotta
Yeah, well,
find your way there.
it's actually funny because I always say, like, to get from where I live now to my house in Maryland, you get on 95, go about 1,100 miles, make a left on Route 50, and then go about 30 more minutes, and then you're there.
Oh, that's
like,
not
I
too
live
bad then.
right off of the highway.
Wow.
Yeah,
bad
so
at
it's
all.
That's
like
all those
2 right
trees you
turns.
pass on the way down.
Just make 2 rights and you're there.
All those trees that you pass on the way down from New York.
Just take 95 north, make a right, and you got it.
I
Yeah.
tell you, you could be.
That's it. They're really easy instructions. It's funny on the GPS.
You could be
Straight
Bullwinkle.
shot.
Yeah.
I have to get us some pictures.
Yeah, I don't have any right now, but I can definitely get my parents to send me some.
Wow, be beautiful.
That could be fun.
All right, well, welcome.
Thank you so much. So happy
Welcome
to
to
be
the
here.
studio. We love having you.
Yes, I love being here.
Are you ready to talk real estate? Ever sold a Christmas tree farm?
No, but maybe we will one day.
That'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
You never know.
Everything commercial.
Yeah, everything. We do 75% multifamily, but we do land, commercial, retail as well.
So we met Vin, I'm going to get this right, Henrich,
Mm-hmm.
when we were at the event with Ada last week doing some wine tasting with Mr. B over at Campai, and from the Kislak Company.
Mm-hmm.
What is, or who is the Kislak Company?
So Kislak's been around a long time, since 1906. So, as my sales manager Avi says, we know what we're doing, and
Yeah.
We deal specifically in upstate New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, but now I'm down here in Florida opening up a branch for them.
So you're gonna own your own branch?
Not own it, but open it for
Open
them.
it, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what are some of the things you do? All commercial?
Yeah, we do. 75% we deal with is multifamily, but we will do all commercial. So
now,
apartment buildings.
multifamily is more than 4?
Yes.
That's what multi is, right? Because
Mhm.
you could do FHA up to 4 in a mix.
Yes.
Anything above that is where you dwell, which
Well,
is the
you had
commercial.
that, didn't you? Did you have
That's
more
all
than
I
4?
Had. That's all I had. 4 in stores. That's all. I didn't do 1. I didn't do 2s. I did 4 in stores only. But he goes above that.
Yeah, we can go as high as 500, 1,000 units. I'm working on
And these are residentials or are these business units?
residential. Yeah.
Or residential.
Mhm.
Now, that's really where the game's at. If you can
Yeah.
get one of those bad boys, especially with the way the economy is now. Now, is it true that the rents have started to come down a little bit?
Not here in Florida. They're going up.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people moving down here, so it's a competitive space.
Yeah, rents in Florida are crazy.
They're nuts. They're completely out of their mind.
And how's the housing market here compared to the buying market versus New York and New Jersey, Pennsylvania, where you're based?
It's a little bit better here, just because South Florida was a very hot market, but they're starting to catch up to the rest of the country, as far as the market goes. With interest rates going up, it's affecting it. But there's still activity, and I'm working on deals, and I'm excited. I'm new at this. I'm 22. Moved down here about a year ago, and I'm learning every single day, and I'm getting better every day.
Now, is your degree in business or finance?
No, it actually wasn't. It was in government. Yeah, I went up to Wesleyan University, played football there, graduated early, and came down here.
Was the plan to play professional football?
I'm gonna take that as far as I could. Absolutely.
What position did you play?
Linebacker.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get drafted?
No. I played in high school at Seton Hall Prep, and I was all-state non-public linebacker, captain of my team. Had a scholarship at Wesleyan, but my freshman year tore my shoulder. Second
there it
year,
is.
they had COVID, so that kind of put an end to things there. And then I graduated school early. I actually hold the record at my university. I did it in 2.5 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so you might have been. So why didn't you pursue it? You're 22 now.
Mhm.
Why didn't you pursue it after COVID, which was 3 years ago?
So I
19.
graduated Wesleyan. I came down. I was originally planning to go to FAU for grad school to get an MBA. And I was interning with Kislak at the time. And I went out for a tryout and pulled my hamstring. And yeah, Kislak offered me a full-time position, and my mentor introduced me to them. And I just decided, you know what, it's time to reinvent myself, and I want to do something big. I want to take care of my family,
God said, you're not going to play football, you're going to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly private investors, corporate investors.
So we deal with big family offices, but also national firms, I spend every day walking to the offices of these CEOs, and either cold calling them and introducing myself, or having scheduled meetings. Kislak's a little bit different. We're old school. We've been around a long time. We believe that business is best done in person. You look somebody in the eye and you shake their hand. And a normal 22-year-old, they're graduating school. If they go work for one of the bigger national firms like CBRE, Cushman and Wakefield, they're sitting in a cubicle on the phone all day, setting leads up the ladder. That's not what I do. I'm face to face. I'm in the field, and I love it that way.
And the opportunities come from individuals or CEOs that want to invest in the market. Now, is there a lot of merchandise in Boca for commercial to sell?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I deal with all of South Florida, so there's always stuff. There's always activity. You see driving around how many apartments there are.
That's because the expense on these things have gotten so crazy here in Boca.
Well, there has to be different price points, right? You've got the high luxury, you've got the Brickles, and then you've got the smaller multifamily homes that might be maybe in Hialeah. You deal with everything?
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm trying to figure that out. There's class A, B, and C types of properties. Right now, I've been dealing more like B and A.
You just get your mic closer.
Yep.
Thanks.
But, yeah, it really just depends on what a client wants. We can represent them on the sell side, but also the buy side. My job is to sell real estate, but really what it is, I'm trying to help people, decide what's best for them and their business.
How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing this 9 months full time.
So what did you do before real estate? You were doing the football thing in school?
I was in college. So when I was in college, when I was 19 during COVID, I started a nonprofit called Newark Water Association, because Newark went through the same thing that Flint, Michigan did with lead in their water.
Interesting.
So I started that, and it was the
Is that
first.
where you're from, is Newark?
I did live there for a little bit. Newark is an inner city, and my family went through a rough time financially at a certain point, so I did live there when I was young. And it's funny, I was graduating early, and I was taking an extra course at Rutgers Newark, and the students were all telling me, my classmates, about the problem. And COVID had just happened. They sent us home. And, I just sat and thought to myself, what if there's some kid like me, there, and, they're going to be drinking the same water that's basically poisoning them every day.
Right.
And if I could do anything to help them, why not? And so I put together my first business plan, got it out to a bunch of businesses, started a GoFundMe, and we did over 115,000 bottles of water.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Is the not-for-profit still in existence today? Are you
It's still in
working it?
existence, but the city of Newark and Essex County did a really good job at replacing the lead water service lines. There were like 18,000 of them that were infiltrated with lead, and they repaired them all. So basically, we were like the bridge to that point, because people were standing in lines, or there wasn't enough water to go out there, and that's what my classmates were telling me, like, we can't brush our teeth, we can't go in the shower, not everybody can afford to go out and buy bottled water. My little brother Luke, he played for Brick City Lions. It was the football team in Newark, 14 and under team. They actually won a national championship in Orlando, and he told me, sometimes we just don't have water at practice, and it's getting 90 degrees outside.
Wow.
So yeah, so that was our first donation, was to the Brick City Lions. I had about 8 teams in the organization, and I'd get a whole tractor trailer full of 40,000 bottles of water, and we gave it to them for the whole season.
Now, are you going to bring that kind of concept here? Maybe not water, but that whole infrastructure deal or something people that
So
need?
I am looking to expand it, nationally one day. I think I have to take this time in my life. I don't come from a lot of money. I come from a lot of love and a lot of respect in my home, but I need to kind of build myself up a little bit.
Okay.
Before I think I can make a huge impact. But absolutely, I do look to do something with it in the future, because there are problems all across the country with this.
There are. Yep. And you pick commercial real estate to do it in, which is not a bad gig either.
No, not at all.
Why'd you pick Florida?
So I just wanted to move to Florida because of the lifestyle. And when I moved down here, I knew I made the right decision. You have the beach, you walk around, everybody's happy. There's no cold weather. you know, I'm going to be on the road all day long. I want to drive somewhere where it's nice. And I saw that it was a very hot market for real estate. And I think, you know, there's a lot of business coming down here. Miami's the new New York, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
There's so many different things when we talk about the multifamily homes, because not everything is huge luxury like we know up here. There are a lot of multifamily homes in other areas, Calle Ocho, Hialeah, Miami Gardens, totally different demographic, but in need of these multifamily homes. Different rent price,
Absolutely.
different value of the property. That's your difference between the A, B, and C?
Yeah, you know, right now I'm working on selling in a 10-unit building and a 500-unit building. So it all varies.
I could see you doing that.
What?
Managing a building, owning a building.
I used to own my own. I managed them. Whatever. It was real wonderful.
It's
wasn't
a great
easy.
investment.
Anytime you
It was
deal
a good
with,
investment, though.
it was a great investment. You know, it was silly putty money. If you look at money being your primary, but it's dealing with individuals, people. You know, people have lives and they lose their jobs and they lose loved ones and they lose. There's a lot of stuff that happens, and when you have, what did I have? 80 families at one time, 90 families, and what happens is that you begin to know them and things that happen to them. I mean, there were people that lost their jobs and they gave me their motorcycles. There were people that lost their jobs and they couldn't pay the rent. And I used to hold out as long as I could. And I used to bring home different things. Michelle used to say, a motorcycle? She says, you're not gonna get on a motorcycle. And I sold it to my neighbor. I said, yeah, give me $10. I mean, what am I gonna do with this thing? But they have lives. You have to sort of incorporate. You gotta be a priest and a nun and a rabbi, a psychiatrist. All of these factors go into commercial real estate. Now there was, I had a conversation with somebody. Remember the Big Apple? And if you're listening, it's just conversation. That we were gonna do something in the Big Apple for New York City theme. I heard they sold it. And the Big Apple sits there. And I don't know what they're doing with it, but it looks pretty empty. I always wanted to turn these malls into an entertainment center. Having a movie theater in it, having, you know, because I seen how these kids go up to the different parks and the different themes. And I always thought that the big thing up in Orlando did it the right way.
Disney World?
At Disney World, but you're having but having it a mini Disney World in cities where people can go and do different things. I was told that it's very difficult to keep it clean, number one, because the amount of people that show up.
Yep.
Insurance is the next big problem in Florida, even for commercial buildings.
Big time.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons that pricing of everything is going through the roof.
Yeah, because the insurance rates are very high now, you know. But, you know, you got to work around different things, and although the market might not be where you want it to be right now, there's always ways to move forward. And I think it's just part of that. You know, the bubble's going to pop eventually, and, you know, I'm excited. I'm here, I'm ready.
Well, the timing of this is impeccable. You know, the last storm we had that came on the west side and we tore in through Florida created a lot of psychological differences right now. And a lot of people in the insurance game are so afraid that one destructive storm comes. And so that's why the rates are going through the roof. Farm has decided they're not going to be doing it.
And
as
AAA,
well.
I heard, is
They're not
dropping
doing
homes
it
as well.
anymore as well. And when you start to squeeze the market even smaller, the prices go up. I think that the biggest concern right now is the heat. It is so freaking hot. It's 139 degrees in Phoenix.
Yeah,
just
it's a lot to do. Do you love what you're doing?
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. You know, like you said, real estate is a people business, and
is.
you know, I'm grateful to have the opportunity to actually be in the field every day. You know, I got the job through meeting a person. You know, my mentor, Richard Kurtz. It's funny that this is called the Brooklyn Cafe Show because he actually grew up in Brooklyn. He's in his 80s right now, and his son Jeff, he's a mentor of mine too. He helped me with the nonprofit, but yeah, you know, I learned from guys like Richard and Jeff, and you know, they kind of guide me in the right direction of how to talk to people, how to approach people. But you know, I've loved every second of it.
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, I want to talk about the old school philosophy. We got young doing old school, we got us doing old school, and then we got young doing young, but learning from old school.
Well, I got to tell you, one of the things I'm impressed with is he's a linebacker. And if you understand football, he learns. He watches, and then he makes adjustments. And that's why he's All-American, because he understands the concept of the game, which is to understand people. This is why you're going to do very well in real estate.
Thank you.
It's the reason I got into real estate, because I used to play football. I was a quarterback. And if you understand the game and you understand people, everything you do in your life, you're going to be successful.
My brother's a quarterback going to Lehigh this year, yeah.
I tell you, it's a people business, that game. And what you're doing right now, everything from that game that you did well because you're All-American, you're going to do very well in this business as well. So let's take a break and come
Let's
back.
take a quick commercial break. More to come. We'll be right back.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
If you have diabetes, would you like to eliminate painful finger sticks? Are you injecting insulin multiple times per day? Then you may qualify for a continuous glucose monitor. CGMs monitor blood sugar using a small patch placed on your upper arm or abdomen, and they use your smartphone to accurately monitor your blood sugar levels. Stop pricking and start scanning. Plus, CGMs are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. They can be shipped free of charge to your door. Call today to see if you qualify.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina along with spokesman Rob. So Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to answer all of your questions and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. You heard it, folks at home. Pick up the phone, call now.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing, what's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out, thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought. You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
It's not a whispered word or pretty phrase. It's not a touch. It's not a gaze. It's not how we hold on, but how we grow. It's standing back and letting go. It's not the beauty of making someone yours. Love sets us free. Love opens doors. Love says move on. Stand on your own. Love knows when someone else needs to rise and walk along. Life has to change. Don't wonder why. It needs to feel the light of the open sky. If we hold on too tight, how can a dream take flight? Open my arms and let him fly. It's not just pulling someone very near. It's having faith instead of fear. You can't hold someone back when his dream calls. Love is a home that has no walls. Yes, he may disappear. There's no way to know. You take that chance. You let him go. Go find your dream. Be who you are. I want much more for you than a wish upon a star. Move from my side. I will not cry. If you remember me, love can never die. Love lets the light break through. Now love will help me to open my arms and let him fly. It's not the end. It's not goodbye. Someday you'll fly high. Go find your dream. Be who you are. I want much more for you than a wish upon a star. Move from my side. I will not cry. If you remember me, love can never die. Love lets the light break through. Now love will help me to open my arms and let him fly. Let him
And I'm back. How you like that?
You got a lot of energy today.
I'm back, baby.
How's it going for you back there?
Well, I have 4 meetings on the way to the bathroom.
You see that?
Good stuff. All right, you wanted to talk about old stuff, new stuff, and what?
I was hoping Jay was going to stay because we talk all the time. You're old school in how you do things.
I'm not old school. I'm right school.
You're old school. Face-to-face meetings. We do what we have to do on social media because that's what gets our business out. But it's about branding and shaking hands and kissing the babies, as they say. But you're young to be doing that. And then we always talk to our crew. They like the new way, but they understand the old way. And it's that merging of ways that we have to do in life.
You're funny. It's the only ways.
Well, it's not the only way, but that's what your company teaches, right? It's old school.
I actually prefer the old school. You know, my dad raised me and my little brother with that old school mentality, you know, to be men, you know, to be tough and, you know, take care of business, you know. And, you know, that's why he got us involved in sports from such a young age, you know. I mean, we'd be 10 years old. He's like, you got to do 100 push-ups every day.
Was your dad military?
No, he wasn't. But
he was
you know,
disciplinary.
yeah, he taught us discipline. That's really what it is. It's discipline because, and I think that's what a lot of kids my age probably lack a little bit. But when you have discipline, you're able to really do anything.
Josh, what do you think? Because you're about the same age. For discipline. You think your generation lacks discipline?
Yeah, definitely work ethic. That's what they definitely lack.
Yeah.
I agree.
They just want to sit around the house and just play video games all day. They don't want to go out there and actually work for themselves anymore.
And we had someone in here, and he says, "I'll tell you, our generation doesn't want to work. We'll work from home as little as we can to make as much money as we can, and that's all we want to do."
Yeah, you know, that's not me. You know, I have a lot of things that I want to do in my life, and you know, that all starts back with hard work.
And dedication. This guy, he was here last night until, I don't know, 8 o'clock with us?
Yeah.
No, Abraham was here later than me.
Yeah, he was. We
yeah,
were
because
here late.
I had
You
to
left
leave
at
at 6:30.
Seemed later. Yeah, G-Man was here late. Some of our crew, I mean, the only way to get things done is the hours that we work. It's because people do what they do late hours. It's after hours. It takes hard work and discipline.
You can't go to work when you own a business. You can't go to work and look at the clock. You got to do whatever needs to be done and move on. And everybody, and you notice that when the temperature rises and when things get harder and things get more expensive, it's more demanding on meeting the expectation because people are looking, just like we're looking, for an opportunity of growth. You got to understand, you know, it's a business to us, but it's business to them as well. And sometimes people don't think that you appreciate them enough to give them what they want because things aren't working out.
But the face-to-face connection, which is so important, they're going to be going out to Boca Black Box today, and he's got to do more than turn his camera on. He's going to actually have to go talk and meet and shake hands, and this is what we do. It's not easy. It's easier to turn the camera on, be the guy behind the lens, and walk out. It's easier for you to make the cold call. You're not interested? Okay, next. Until it's not.
You try cold calling, walk into the office, and they say, "Get out of here."
How's that work for you?
It's I like it because you know I've learned certain things. You know, obviously in the beginning I was very nervous. You know, you walk into an office of multi-millionaires, sometimes billionaires, and you're like, "Whoa, like what's gonna happen?" But you know, now I try to walk in with energy. You know, you kind of have to get through different levels, security, the secretaries, right? And you know, I might walk in making a joke, or if it's raining outside, I won't have an umbrella. I'll come in soaking wet, so it looks like I'm working hard and make a joke to the security person. And,
That's right.
And they'll be so shocked that I'm soaking wet. They'll be like, "Oh, yeah, just go this way," and I'm right through.
It's amazing. You got to be humble, yet you have to be firm and feel secure.
Of
But you got
course.
to do both at the same time. And it's not easy. Sometimes people oversell. There are shows that I watch and I go, too much overselling. And then there are shows that I watch where the people you're interviewing become bigger than you. And there's an imbalance to this thing. So you have to be careful on delivery when you're going to make a presentation. It's, you know, we asked Josh and Nikki to go to some of the networking parties because I knew that eventually this was going to happen and they're going to be on display. So people make decisions on you in the first 10 seconds of a meeting. Whether I want to deal with this guy or not deal with this guy. And they're going to feel your vibe. Millionaires do it on instinct. They can tell you in their minds what works and doesn't. Because if they couldn't do that, they wouldn't be millionaires. They wouldn't be CEOs. They wouldn't be the top of the game. So they're going to size you up, and you have to be quick, and you have to be aware of it. So he's aware of it. He's trained enough to be aware of it. It's like scoping a quarterback's eyes and watching which direction he's really going to throw the ball, not in the direction that he's watching you to get you out the way to go in the opposite direction. So getting it back to the game, old school, wearing cleats, wearing the right cleats on the right turf, all of this stuff was what we used to do back in the day. Nowadays, they got a shoe that works on all cleats.
But it comes in work ethic. It's interesting Josh said that. And we got you working hard here. Casey, you're doing great today. You think your generation lacks work ethic? You just got to grab you a mic over there.
Do you want, rare appearance here on the show. Yeah, I think our generation definitely don't do work ethic to what I was taught. You know, I was taught in a disciplinary household where everything basically had to be earned and not given, and you also had to learn like how not to waste your time doing things you don't want to do. That's what I was taught most of the time, is doing things that you rather want to do rather than just do it for the sake of it.
Is it a bigger challenge to be put in a situation where it's not easy, you have to figure your way out, and then sometimes the answer has another complexity to it? What they're dealing with right now, another complexity to the situation. And you got to keep grinding it, you got to keep finding it, you got to find a way, you got to find the rhythm, because once you find the rhythm, then it looks easy. But there's a buildup to all this. Is it easier for you guys at your age to make a quick decision? If it doesn't work, do you let it go, or do you find another way of doing it?
First thing I'd rather do is find a solution to if I had any problems. That's first and foremost. So if I don't have the answers to that, I'll find somebody that will. And then once I find that answer, then I'll make that decision. But the important part is that answer.
Interesting.
Yeah, and if you see them as opportunities rather than problems, then it's kind of a mindset change. You know, like I think it's all about perspective, right? One problem could be an opportunity that leads you to the next thing.
True
you know?
that. And you're going to wake up every day with the prospect of opportunities, but they're always going to come with challenges. Ain't nobody going to give you what you want and say, here. Not even God is going to give you patience. He's going to show you opportunities to get patience, to understand the difference between being impatient and being patient. And there was a coach one time that told me, Freddie, don't overcoach. Let the game come to you. And the answer to the game will come. If you're smart enough and you're not desperate enough and you're not nervous enough, you'll see it. So we were in the final game of a championship for baseball, and we were losing 1-0. And it was the final 3 outs of the game. We were up at bat. And I'll never forget this. My son was the second batter up. So my son says to me, I'm going to try to bunt my way on. That didn't work either. He struck out. And what happened was I had one kid, and I said to him, I want you to hit the ball to right field. And I want you to keep running. So go past first, go past second, come to third base. And he looked at me, he says, what? Just do it. And he go up there, he hits the ball, he runs past first, runs past second. I thought they were going to get him at third, but the ball went just wide, and he was there. So I said to him, okay, now you're going to steal home. You should have seen his eyes. He says, I'm going to what? You're going to steal home. So I drew a line in the sand. I says, I want you to run down third base, and then I want you to turn like you're going to run back to third. As soon as the catcher lets it go, sprint home. You know who the kid was?
Mata?
Mata. And he did that, and he got in, and we tied the game, and then we went on to win it in the same inning.
And he went on to play minor league.
He went to play for the Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah.
Really?
He went
it's
on
my
to
dad's
play.
favorite team. Yeah, Phillies.
He went into Australia Bowl. He won championships in Australia, and he came and he pitched for the Phillies for a couple of innings, and then he got the ACL. He got the, what is it?
Tommy John.
Tommy John. Mm-hmm. And that was the end of his career. He walks around showing me the scar. He says, look, coach, look. But he had a cup of coffee, and he lived it, and he was good enough, and he made the adjustments that we were just talking about before. Mm-hmm. It's not about knowing everything, it's about adjusting and letting people give you the answers. And if you can do that in business as well as your home life and everything else, you'll be successful at it. It just isn't easy, but it's not meant to be. And I'll never forget that. Let the game come to you. I've told you that a million times.
About the opportunities
And it works.
and finding the opportunities. A lot of good stuff.
It's been an interesting week, to say the least.
It has. So get your tickets for the JC Dreesen concert, events.amp2.tv, or to watch it online is jcth.events.amp2. No, .amp.tv. Will you? I can't remember it.
jcth.amp2.tv.
Too much
Now
in
you
my
see,
head.
the funny thing is that I put the seed in her head, so she keeps repeating it because she wants to get it right. You notice? I haven't said it once.
I know.
Because you're the one struggling with it.
Thank you.
But don't. It's events with an S dot amp2.tv is
Thank
right
you.
there. And the other one is
CTV. No, TC.
dot
JCTH.
jcth.amp2.tv.
He's trying to give you opportunities to get it right.
Yeah, that's it. That's the opportunity he's giving me to
Well,
get
no,
it right.
she's going to keep doing it because the way Dawn's mind works is that until she defeats it and she can own it, she won't stop. But that's what you need in business.
No, definitely.
You got to be able to, you lose a $100 million deal,
Mhm.
right? Because something goes wrong. Do you stop trying?
No.
Because if you got one, there's two. I was told 1 leads to 2, 2 leads to 4, 4 leads to 8. So just keep grinding and finding the right solution. It's all about momentum.
You have a success story of getting through security, first floor, second floor, like a great story and how you did it.
New York. So cold calling in New York is very different because that's another
Yes, it
thing that
is.
I do different than other people is, I'll build out my lead list and I'll actually go and see the people that are not directly living in Florida. And I'm in New York. My dad, he has this old, like 20-year-old limo, right? And we hop in it, me and my sales manager, Avi, he's in his 70s, so old school, right? And we're going around New York in this limo, and I figured, well, if I pull up to the building in a limo, the guy at the doorman who doesn't let anybody in is going to think I'm somebody important. So we get out, walk in, he opens the door right up. All right, we made it past that. Then the idea is not even to recognize the security people. Like, just keep on walking. And if they stop you, say, oh, yeah, I'm here for a meeting with so-and-so. They're like, you are? Oh, let me put you in the thing. And then, look at your watch and say, I'm going to be late. I have a deal to sell. You got to let me go, man. And, sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. You get turned away. But once you're there, then you got to try to talk to the elevator guy, right? Because a lot of the elevators, you need the keys to get in. But I did it this one time, ended up being brought all the way to the top of the skyscraper in a office that was one of the most beautiful, magnificent offices I've ever seen overlooking the city. And it was like the guy treated me as if I was his best friend.
Wow.
We sat down, we talked. He was actually from Florida, and it's really interesting. It's all about confidence, right? And being able to believe that you can do it. But like you said before, you have to have patience, and not even just patience, but listening. I try to listen to these guys. I'm 22. I don't know anything compared to them. And a lot of those guys, with a lot of money who own a lot of real estate or anything in business, they recognize a young buck trying to learn, and they enjoy telling them things, and that's what I try to do. I try to listen to these guys and take a piece of them and, install them in myself.
Did you get the deal?
Not yet, but working on it.
Yeah, keep
I got the relationship.
Okay.
That's what's more important.
It's true that.
I was in New York. Iveco trucks from Mercedes-Benz.
Mm-hmm.
I went to work for them, and it was my first day on the job. And they took me to Midtown Manhattan. It was a company that did linens. They used to wash linens for all the restaurants. Multi-billion-dollar business. And they needed 21 new trucks. And these trucks were 100, 200,000, whatever they were. I didn't even know what the hell they were.
Mm-hmm.
And we go into the CEO, and he comes over to me, And I had my father's jacket on from the 1920s Alexander Special. And he comes over, he goes like this, he says, hey, you got your dad's jacket on. I was so humiliated. But you know, I said, the hell with it. I says, yeah, I didn't really know what to wear. Today's my first day. He says, today's your first day. So we sit down in this conference room. It was in the Empire State Building. And I'm watching everything going on. And the guy goes, he gets everybody to tell him why he should buy the truck for his needs. So he says, okay, I want to talk to this guy, meaning me. Should I buy these trucks? And I said, yeah. And he said to me, why? I said, because you need them. And they're offering you a pretty good deal. So he tells my boss, he tells him, I'm going to buy the 21 trucks because of him. Not because of you guys. You guys are all salesmen. He doesn't even know what a sale is, but he's telling me honestly what it is. We go back to the office. Everybody's high-fiving. Now, they owe me a commission, don't they? Because I'm on the call. They refuse to pay me. 21 truck commission.
Why?
Because I didn't contribute. I was too young. The sky was blue. They weren't going to pay me.
Yeah.
The guy calls the office, because I quit. I told him, you know what, keep the job. I don't want it. The guy called the office, I heard. He cancels the order. He says, you got rid of what? Because they told him I quit, and he knew I didn't quit. And they said, if he comes and he tells me the truth, I'll buy the trucks. Now, this is a multi-million-dollar deal. I didn't go back. I said, no, you know what? I'm going to move on. I should have gone back, because I probably would have done something with the guy on my own time.
Yeah.
That's what I learned from that whole deal. But I'll never forget that. He asked me, because I was the lead salesman in the room, and he didn't want their opinion, because he knew they were trying to sell him. And that was my story with Iveco trucks.
You got to listen, and patience, and relationships. A lot of the things we do in this business is about relationships. There'll be years and years of building a relationship. Like
Sometimes it takes a long time to make a deal.
Like Jay and Janine, right? They worked with us for a long time. Janine emailed me today. She says, wow, I can't believe we're going to revisit this again.
#1 show that we had on Roku for the last 7 years has been Jay's show. The first
Verdict.
show he did,
Yeah.
The Verdict. They loved The Verdict. They loved the name of The Verdict. They loved everything about that show. It was #1. I think it had 300,000 views on the first day that he did it. And it was unbelievable.
And it's interesting. He's an attorney, and he does, I guess, like insurance for those wrongfully, for clients that big companies are trying to squeeze. And he knew that by going public with this on TV, he was going to open up a can of worms. And the defense on this case was going to get really angry. And they got really angry, and they had
They
to
threatened him.
settle, and everyone got threatened. But it got so big that his client ultimately won what they needed to win. But it wasn't easy. But he had to go through this way of doing it, of having an entire TV show to do it, to make his point. And it worked.
They wanted him not to talk about it on the show. You know, that's the second time. We had the lady whose mother needed a room. We met her at the
And
Pink
they told her
Hotel.
she had to stop talking. Yep.
And they said, we'll give your mother everything you want if you get off that show, meaning us. And it worked.
If you make people are watching, people are listening. Until it ruffles some feathers.
You know, if people watching what you do is important in your scope of business and what isn't, then you should do it the right way. Because when you do it the other way, you know.
But Freddie will always take the long game before the short game.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll always do the deal, build the relationship. It can be months in the making to get it right instead of the short payment and walk away. Old school.
There was
Old
something
school.
called an X date back in the day. So I had calendar year, 365 days.
Yeah.
And I used to write insurance policies. And I used to put people's birthdays on these cards. So every day I used to say happy birthday. I used to send a card to people I used to sell insurance to. So my cousin worked with me. He says, what are you doing? He says, that's my X date. He says, you got people here in December. What are you going to do from here to December? He says, I need a deal in December too. And I used to do this. And I used to say, Christmas, birthday cards are the #1 sentimental thing that you get in the mail from somebody you do business with or somebody who try to do business with you. I guarantee you they're going to call you back.
Birthday?
a birthday card. Handwrite it. Say happy birthday. Say something clever. You know, looking to someday do business with you if you haven't done it, or it was great doing business with you. Whatever.
Laura does that.
They would, of course she does. They will never forget a birthday card. Trust me when I tell you this. It was the #1 sale tag. I used to do cold calling in New York too.
Yeah.
Different animal. Nobody in the world understands cold calling like New York City. They will never understand that here.
We have a real estate show on Thursday nights, and that's what she does. She brings gifts for events. She brings gifts for birthdays, just because she knows her client likes pink feathers. If she sees something with pink feathers, she'll drop it off at their house and say, I was thinking of you. Someone who bought a house, someone who sold a house, a condo, anything.
She has a program where she puts up $10,000 to help you sell your property. But she'll tell you what she wants, and then she has a crew that does it. She doesn't hand it over to outside. She has her own crew, which is another thing I did in New York. I had my own crew. So she'll change this, she'll change that, but she does it within that realm. She sells it, you pay her back on the proceeds, on the closing, and everybody's happy. Brilliant. One of the most brilliant ideas I've ever heard in that, in the lower end deal, because the commercial deal you can't do that. Those are $1 million pieces.
So,
Yeah.
pleasure to meet you and have you join us.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be on the show.
All the whole new generation of people working hard,
Well, it's tomorrow's future.
right? You got to feel confident in it with this crew.
Of course, I'm betting on this crew. Are you kidding me? I'm betting. I'm thinking that JC's event is Friday. I got them all working on 16 different things at the same time. Jay and Mr. Josh is going to be on display on Friday night.
And tonight he's going to go.
My son, huh?
And tonight he's going to go to the wrestler.
Yeah, and make sure you don't drink or nothing. Just, you know, I may have to take out an insurance policy
No,
to
he's
make sure.
good. Josh?
I'm gonna go in the ring.
Oh, God.
Jeez, no, we need you for Friday.
My son is coming. He's going to be watching Josh. He wants to understand the concept of everything else. You know how Gio is. I said, just stay away from Josh. Let him do what he's doing. Because my son is a troublemaker. Well, what if this doesn't work? And what is this?
Get your tickets.
Did I ever tell you? He muted a production I was doing. He hit the mute button, and nobody understood why it's not working. And then he went, oh, it must be the mute button.
Get your tickets for Friday night. If you're in the area, come on up. JC Dreesen Show at 7:30, Movies of Delray Events.amp2.tv or online at
I don't know.
jcth.amp2.tv. Nailed it. Only took an hour.
What'd I tell you? Now
More
she's
to go.
happy. Made her day.
Something. It's all about the little things, right?
That's
Got to
all.
take the small wins.
That's right.
More to come. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. It is hot outside, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.